Hey everyone, Shad Dales again here for our latest Cannabis in 5, where today I'm going to give you what you need to know in under 5 minutes. So the clock is ticking. Today we're going to talk about New York's cannabis rollout, and it looked like it was finally stabilizing. But a major regulatory mistake has shaken the industry again, and let's face it, it is a big one. The Office of Cannabis Management, that's the state agency overseeing licensing, just admitted it made a critical error when reviewing cannabis dispensary applications. It turns out they approved 105 licenses that violate the state's 500-foot rule prohibiting dispensaries from operating too close to schools. Why? Because OCM calculated that 500 feet starting from the front entrance of the school, when it legally should have been from any point on the property line. That seemingly small difference now affects not just 105 operational businesses, but also another 47 applicants still waiting for final approval. OCM says it has contacted all the affected operators, many of whom have already opened their doors and invested hundreds of thousands of dollars, and is now offering up to $250,000 in relocation support per licensee. But here's the issue. Real estate in New York isn't exactly cheap. And after years of delays, lawsuits, and court battles, many of these operators have already drained their savings just to open. What is going on? Felicia A.B. Reed, the acting executive director at OCM, acknowledged the gravity of the situation in an email to operators. She wrote, and I quote, "You have poured your energy, time, savings, dedication, and heart into the promise of New York's cannabis industry. I am keenly aware that this information will have repercussions for you, your business, and your community," end quote. That's a very public admission of failure, and one that's already drawing political attention. Can New York just get this right? So now let's zoom out. This isn't just a paperwork error. This mistake affects real operators who followed the rules, invested in locations, paid for build-outs, and started hiring staff, all based on OCM's own approval. Now they can be forced to move, shut down, or face legal challenges. It also reopens questions about OCM's leadership and competence. Remember, this is the same agency that already faced court injunctions over how they prioritize social equity licenses. And more recently, they've come under fire for being too slow to grant licenses to the general public. So the big question now is, how does this impact consumer trust and really investor confidence? So while regulators in New York are still figuring out how to get it right, some businesses are actually doing the things the right way from the ground up. And who is that? Well, Dutchie is one of them. Trusted by 6,500 dispensaries empowering $22 billion in annual cannabis sales, Dutchie is the leading all-in-one cannabis operating system. From point of sale and online ordering to delivery and compliance, Dutchie helps dispensaries simplify operations, enhance guest experience, and scale on one powerful platform. To learn more, visit business.dutchie.com. So as we shift back to New York, what's next? The OCM says they're reviewing options and plan to host info sessions for affected licensees. But with lawsuits likely and relocation costs high, the situation, let's face it, is far from over. And here's the real kicker. This isn't just about zoning, it's about trust really in the overall system. Operators are already navigating insane compliance costs, supply chain issues, and limited access to capital. When the state itself makes mistakes like this, it only risks undermining small businesses, and it sets back the entire market, and I would say in a big way. So the pressure now is on the OCM and on Governor Hochul's office to deliver real solutions, not damage control. So with that, in New York, it's the Big Apple, and it's a big problem right now, even outside of New York City. How this happened, it's a real head scratcher. But we're going to follow the latest developments, so make sure you stay connected. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe and smash on that bell for all notifications. And let us know your comments. What is going on with New York? Do you still believe in the market? Let us know. Leave your comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. In the meantime, like I always say, stay open-minded, stay connected, and I'll see you next time in the latest TDR Cannabis in 5. I'm your host, Shad Dales. Take care, everyone.